Hey Leah, thank you so much for choosing to have a reading done by me. I am very, very honored, and as soon as I had made the decision to open up personal readings, I had this knowing that you would be my first personal reading, so I'm very, very happy to be connecting with you. I have a niece that shares your name, and I have been tuning into your energy, and I've gotten some messages, and I'm hoping that these might make sense to you. So it talks about special communication, okay? Having like the gift of the gab, where you always know the right words at the right time. And there's also something here around writing songs, artistic expression, creative writing, and some form of therapy through your art or through the way you communicate, or if you have been considering working in therapy or in writing songs or stories or anything like that. This is definitely validation that that will be part of your life mission here. So let's see, Leah, what spirit would like you to know, what they need you to know, and what they want you to know. I want to just look at your energy. Then I'm going to see if any challenges and pitfalls will be for spirit to inform you in how to navigate it in a positive way. So any challenges here at this time. Then I'm going to look at what you should be focusing on. What's the underlying spiritual energy around you? Anything in the residual past that may be still affecting you, and guidance in around this card popped out, so we will take it. Guidance in around your future and what spirit would like you to know around that. Okay, and we're going to take an angel card, a soul lesson card, and also a card from the John Holland deck as additional guidance. So beautiful energy to start off with. This is, as you can see, the Empress card, and she relates to Venus and Libra. She is the mother, the nurturing energy, and this makes complete sense to me because the message as I was tuning in was like you have a special way about you in terms of the way you can communicate with people, the way you can relate to people, and it's very, very nurturing energy here. I'm not sure if you are a mother or you want to add to your family in some way. That could be definitely possible with the Empress energy, or the feminine energy around you is very, very prominent at this time. So this is a fruitful, abundant card where somebody has stepped into their own power and is their own authority because they rely on themselves, and you very much have this energy where you can look after yourself, and I feel you know the value of self-care and self-love. So as your energy coming in, we have the Two of Pentacles. So this is now finding the balance within your life. If you have a family, work, life balance here, this is a card to bring that into focus, and also to remember to spend time in your spirituality, spend time having fun. it's important to be able to call in our angels to ask us to find that balance that we need within our lives so we can spend the time doing the important things. And this card always speaks to me around getting in sync with the universal energies, dancing to the rhythm of your own soul. And Spirit is saying here that if there is a decision or an imbalance in your life, or something that you have to choose from, that the answers will come to you once you breathe and find that equilibrium within yourself, within your schedule. And we have judgment here coming in as a crossing. So there is, I feel, an important decision, and this could be around your career path. It could be around children in your life, or adding more children to your family, and it's like there has been a lot of change and a lot of new ways at looking at things, and you have allowed yourself to listen. Now this is the judgment, and you see here, and the music coming in, and the symbolism of the music, and how powerful and healing that can be in your life. And I feel like this is exactly what I was saying about dancing to the rhythm of your own drummer, listening to your soul and following that guidance. So you're definitely, like we all are, learning more and more to trust in our instincts, trust in our intuition, and allowing ourselves to trust in the universe, to let go of the things that no longer serve us, in order for us to create a better future, more in line with our highest good. And this could be definitely, as I said, a very important final decision, or a decision that you're trying to make, that's ultimately going to allow you to move forward here. And it's when you're making life changes, they're life altering and life changing decisions. This is not easy, and all we can do is trust in our own sense of knowing of what is right and wrong. But for us, by aligning ourselves with what will make us the most happy. So what you should be focusing on here is the Tower. So this is very powerful energy. I feel that there is some sort of change or ending of a status quo here, like the Spirit is saying here that you need to focus on rebuilding your own solid foundations and structures around you, and this is why the Empress is coming up. So your situation, whichever that may be, whether you're single, you're married, you have children, you don't have children, I feel like this is about you here, and this is Mars energy here, so it can be a lot of internal turmoil. So you want to see what the shadow is inside of you, what is the polarity of you, what is the shadow lurking in the darkness that that you want to now confront that energy. It's breaking down the ego here, taking away the things that no longer serve you. And this can be definitely significant life events and life changes, as I'm picking up. But ultimately, it's about anything that breaks away, anything that doesn't remain in our lives was never ours in the first place. So we need to learn to release, and the quicker we release those people, those energies, those situations, the faster we can move on with the lesson. So whatever it is within this energy, and I feel like this is allowing you to now step into your own power. And as I said from the message from the Empress card, it's about standing on your own 2 feet, but also being empowered as a woman, that you can pay your own bills, that you can look after yourself and your family and your friends, and that you're ultimately seeking your internal contentment. And how that is going to be brought out into the world is by showing your nurturing nature, and by communicating and expressing yourself in a very artistic. It's like a symphony of your life, creating this symphony and letting other people, so learning from life experiences and sharing those experiences with other people is all a part of the lessons and your soul growth at this time. So yeah. So this Leah is definitely telling me this can be a partnership, a union. It can also be a separation or a division of partnership. So underlining energies here is driving you towards partnership, is driving you towards looking out into the future and seeing the possibilities as limitless expansion of your mind. But remember here that you're standing upon your own strength and willpower and experience. All of the lessons that you've learned so far has brought you to this point, and the direction in which I am being seen here, it's a very, very clear direction, okay? So whether you need to delegate more, share the responsibility more with a partnership within work or romantic, or whether you're just allowing yourself to look ahead into the future and realize that you have the talents and the abilities to move in the direction in which you are being called to. So you are definitely experiencing a lot of downloads, I feel, at this time. And if there is a fork in the road, it's the polarities here. So it's about should I stay, should I go left, should I go right? And this is the Gemini dynamic, and you always have the ability to be able to weigh up the pros and cons, to see that there is always a need for a balancing of energies within the masculine and feminine. And through your balance and getting to know your twin, your alter ego energy, this is what's going to be the empowering decision that brings you forward, okay? So and there is an element of waiting for opportunities, but I feel like Spirit is guiding you to trust in the fact that you have divine powers, that you have talents, and that you are the authority within your own life to make the decisions for you. And in order to step into the right direction, align yourself with what makes you happy, what brings joy to you. And in the past energy, we have the Nine of Pentacles, so this is very wonderful. So I'm seeing a very, very capable person that has probably built a business or a home or both, independent. You've created this abundance around you. And if, like, we'll always get to a point where, like, luxury and material items will never ever bring us happiness. Once we can pay our bills, once we have a roof over our head, and once we can feed ourselves, there is the hierarchy of needs, and once those needs are met, then we all know that money can't buy you happiness, but it's also empowering to be able to stand on your own two feet and be an independent person, because then you don't have codependency issues in your life or in your partnerships, that you can be self-reliant. And trust me, through experience, when I was in a long-term relationship living with somebody, monies combined, and when I had to get out of that relationship because it was extremely toxic and abusive, I literally had nothing. I ended up having to go to hostel and be homeless for a while, and I realized that even as I move forward, and if I ever get married or enter into a partnership again, I will always have my own separate independence, that nobody will ever put me in a position where I'd have to leave a home and end up homeless or end up starting from scratch again. So whatever you're involved with, always have your own little safety net, your own little independence set aside, so that you can empower yourself to make decisions that are only for your highest good, and nobody can ever hold you down through codependency, because you are the Empress and you have built yourself up to be a self-sufficient, reliant person that has a lot to give, a lot of love to give here. And for instance, I'm living in a beautiful 2-bedroom apartment now. I did want a home with a back garden, a nice house with a backyard and stuff, but I am very happy here, and I know that this is just a stepping stone, that I can work towards getting that home and the nice garden, and stay positive, but always be grateful for what I have in the here and now, because I drag myself out of the gutter to stand on my own 2 feet and get my own independence. And I'm definitely feeling this energy for you as well, in whichever way it relates in your life. And the Four of Swords and the Magician, so this is absolutely wonderful. I just paused the video there to make sure that it was all the cameras was on screen, and I realized that we're 19 minutes in. So I'm sorry that it's taking a little longer, but I always just go with the energies and see how we get on. So this is about taking time out to heal, to meditate, to go within. It's about the decisions that you need to make. You are still healing here from there could be past life energies, there could have been a disconnection in a partnership, or a any kind of connection here. And now I feel like there is a time to spend as much time as possible in your own company, looking after your own health, listening to the guidance and insights that you're getting. And what's very, very clear to me is we have the Magician here, and this is Mercury, and this is your ruling planet, and it talks about the communication, the power of the mind, as above, so below. And remember when I told you that whichever direction you're following in, you have the talents and the tools to move forward. You've gained wisdom and insight into what makes you happy. And this is what Spirit wants you to know, that the more time you spend in quiet contemplation, doing what I said, writing songs, creative writing, poetry. Maybe you want to write a therapeutic book, or you work in some form of therapy. So the healing within you comes from your voice, comes from your words, comes from your mind, but it enters you as in you're here to say that you want to align your head and your heart. And that's how we become the Magician. That's how we truly start to manifest the things in our lives that we truly want. Because when our heart is aligned with our mind, we're sending out energies to the universe to tell them that we have balance, that we do know what we want, that we've taken time to reflect and to heal through the lessons. And there's definitely some past life energy here, some karmic lesson about the fact that you need to find your own direction, your own stability in this life, to be able to be a power within yourself. And your divine talents lie within your communication skills and your ability to say the right words at the right time. So let's see what the angels would like to add to this reading, Leah. And something that you've been manifesting. So it says, your children on earth and in heaven are happy and well cared for by God and the angels. You are a spiritual teacher. You have the ability to counsel others and help them awaken their spiritual gifts and divine life mission. Yes, exactly. And this is in your communication. So follow it. Get out of our own way. This is how I move forward within myself. And started this channel, and as I said to you in the email, I've had to come over a lot of internal like not feeling good enough, not feeling like I have anything to offer, or why should I be charging people for readings? But I've been guided to open it up, and I wanted to test the waters, and I'm very, very happy that you've chosen me. And this card sums up that if you do have children, or if you have gone through an illness or some sort of, or a miscarriage or a loss, or anybody associated, I also lost a baby 13 years ago. Her lungs didn't develop, and I was leaking amniotic fluid throughout the pregnancy, and I gave birth to her at 27 weeks, and I held her as she passed on, and there was no treatment or anything any doctors could do. So it's great to have this energy that the angels do look after our children. I have a 15-year-old daughter as well she's my first daughter. It was my second daughter that passed away. So your life purpose involves helping children, whether that be parenting them or teaching them, and both, because when you're a parent, you're a teacher, and also working through your art and communication abilities and talents to help others. And you are a spiritual teacher, and you have the ability to counsel others. So if the internal conflict relates to the fact of self-worth, or I do feel you know your own self-value and self-worth as a person, but there might be a little bit of, which am I this, am I that, a little bit of doubt here. That's what I'm feeling, a little bit of doubt in yourself. Release that doubt to the angels and the universe, and they will help you get out of your own way and move forward as the magician and the ultimate co-creator in your own life. And this is listen. So how synchronistic is this? This is about what I said to you. Fully pay attention to your intuition. When people are communicating to you, make sure that you're using all of your senses. You're not only are you listening to what they say, but you're watching you're listening to the tone of voice, their body language, their expressions, and listening to the unsaid word. And when you use all of your senses to communicate and to listen, you are fully present for those people in your life, and you can give great insight through the whole idea of being, like I said, it's the ability to have, you're always somebody that you can call at any time, day or night, and you will be there with an ear to listen, with just the right words, at just the right time of comfort. Know that is your power within you. And this is a John Holland deck, Psychic Tarot for the Heart. And let's see what the soul lesson is around this. Okay, we have another angel card. So it says, I don't know how that got mixed up with the soul lesson cards. So this is very, very wonderful of spirit to be doing this. So spend time alone in nature, meditating about your desires and intentions. Ask the angels to help you gain a positive perspective, and that's what as I was saying, is confirmation around the healing energy of going within and listening. So it's health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So this is talking about the fact that when we are the Nine of Pentacles and the Empress energy, it's knowing that you have to take care of self first, because if you take care of everybody else and you're always last on the list, and what happens if you fall down, or if you get sick, or if your energy isn't able to keep up with all the responsibilities? It's important to always put our own health and well-being first and foremost, and then we reflect that out to people to show them that we have self-care, self-love and self-respect, and we will attract that energy back to us. So remember, always look after number one first. even if you're a mother, I'm a mother myself, and it's only in the last couple of years that I've learned that there's no point running yourself into the ground, taking care of everybody else. You have to be healthy, you have to be happy in order to be fully present for the people in your life and fully present for yourself. So, Leah, I'm going to leave it there. We're 30 minutes in, and I hope and I trust that this helped you in some way. And I look forward to doing your one question, one answer reading. And thank you so much for all the support and the kind words. Have a wonderful Christmas and Happy New Year. And I wish you all the best. Take care.